April 3, 2021, in Kasoa, Ghana. A mother calls her son's name, expecting him to run home, but her calls echo unanswered. Minutes later, panic spreads through the neighborhood. And then, horror. The body of a 10-year-old boy is found brutally murdered, allegedly at the hands of his two teenage friends, all for the promise of instant wealth. This is the chilling story of the Kasoa money ritual murder, a crime that shocked a nation and exposed a dark obsession growing among Africa's youth.
If you are 16 and you know that if you put a block on somebody's head, you can kill the person, then you're supposed to go. If it was my own son, because what am I going to do? Like if it was my own son, before people will come here, I could have killed a lot. I'm telling you, look at my face. Like I could have killed a lot of people. My own son, Michael, Emmanuel, Ophelia, like I'll kill. Nobody will, I'll kill a lot. I'm telling you, I didn't tell you like I'll kill. My own son, hey, when I see them, then I have the whole world. If I don't see them, you are going to kill them.
Once a small farming community, Kasoa has become one of Ghana's fastest-growing towns, a bustling hub where urban dreams collide with rural roots. Here, shiny billboards promise instant success. Influencers flaunt luxury lifestyles, often hinting at mysterious wealth sources. In this environment, money rituals, or sakawa, have become whispered temptations, promising overnight riches. For many young people, these promises are not myths, they are goals. The victim was Ishmael Mensa Abdallah. Just 10 years old, he was described as bright, kind, and full of dreams. His family said he loved video games and had a calm demeanor that made him a favorite in the neighborhood. Ishmael's story is particularly haunting because he trusted the boys who killed him. They were friends, neighbors, and schoolmates. Ishmael's innocence makes this tragedy even harder to comprehend. The suspects were just teenagers themselves: Felix Nyarko, aged 15, and Nicholas Keeney, aged 18. Their backgrounds tell a chilling story of ambition, desperation, and the growing influence of get-rich-quick schemes. Reports revealed that Felix and Nicholas were consumed by the idea of becoming wealthy overnight. In Ghana, TV used to be simple: football games, soap operas, and the evening news. But then, something new took over the screen: quick money. Late at night, and even online, so-called money doublers and fake priests ran shows. They sat with pots that spat out money, baskets where cash appeared on command. To many, it looked fake, but to the desperate, it looked real, and to young minds, it was dangerous. Nicholas and Felix were hooked. Night after night, they watched these men promise wealth fast and easy. And in a world where money seemed to buy everything, that dream was impossible to ignore. They took a step that would change their lives forever. They reached out to one of these priests. The answer they got was chilling. If you want riches, it must come from blood. A human sacrifice. From that moment, the boys had a plan. Their choice of victim? Their 10-year-old friend, Ishmael. On that fateful day, the boys lured Ishmael with a simple promise: a new video game console. To a 10-year-old, it was irresistible. He followed them into an uncompleted house. But what awaited him inside was not a game console. It was murder. The moment Ishmael entered, the teenagers attacked. They struck his head repeatedly with a club. When he tried to resist, They smashed him with heavy cement blocks. The blows were brutal, deliberate, and merciless. The 10-year-old boy's life was ended in a matter of minutes. Their plan was to bury his body in the uncompleted building, to later present it for the ritual sacrifice. To them, Ishmael was no longer a friend from their neighborhood. He was an offering for money. But the teenager's plan unraveled quickly. Ishmael's sudden disappearance raised suspicion. His family and neighbors began searching. Within hours, his lifeless body was discovered in the shallow grave, the truth too gruesome to ignore. Police swooped in, arresting Nicholas and Felix. Under questioning, they confessed. They revealed the chilling detail. They wanted to get rich overnight, and they believed killing Ishmael would make it happen. The nation erupted in shock and outrage. Parents everywhere questioned how teenagers, barely men themselves, could carry out such a cold-blooded murder. And all for money. News of the crime spread rapidly, dominating headlines and sparking outrage across Ghana.
Now, police investigators are today wrapping up a detailed reconstruction of how a 10-year-old boy was allegedly killed by two teenagers at Kasoa. Crime scene experts have spent days taking notes on how the teenagers lured the boy to his death and the subsequent attempt to bury his remains. The alleged crime left many shocked after it emerged it was for money ritual purposes. The teenagers are currently facing the charge of murder. Joseph Akable joins us from the scene of the crime with more. So Joe, tell us exactly what is happening in terms of this reconstruction by the crime scene experts.
The specific scene where the murder is said to have taken place is about 50 meters away from the right-hand side of the residence, and that is an uncompleted building, which has also been cordoned off. And the suspects are present here, the two of them. One of them passed his relatives present because the state as it stands is treating him as a minor.
Community members were stunned, not just by the brutality of the act, but by the ages of the killers. How could teenagers commit a crime so cold and calculated? The case moved to trial, attracting nationwide attention. In August 2023, both teenagers were found guilty of conspiracy and murder. Nicholas, the older boy, received a life sentence, while Felix, a juvenile at the time of the crime, received 12 months jail term. These sentences reignited debates about Ghana's juvenile justice system and the role of the death penalty in modern society. Ghana woke up to the truth about what these TV money shows were doing. The Kasoa ritual murder shocked the nation. It wasn't just about two teenagers anymore. It was about how TV and radio had become a stage for dangerous lies. And it raised a haunting question. How many other kids had been watching, believing, and planning? In the aftermath, regulators finally stepped in. Spiritualists and money doublers were banned from advertising. Rules were tightened. The message was clear. No more promises of instant riches on air. The money ritual murder wasn't just a crime. It was a mirror reflecting societal pressures. Ritual killings, once whispered legends, are becoming an alarming reality, fueled by poverty, unemployment, and social media culture. Ghanaian police reported a sharp increase in similar cases in 2021. The obsession with wealth, often flaunted online, has created dangerous incentives. This case forced parents, leaders, and law enforcement to confront a question. How do we protect our children from this growing darkness? Today, Ishmael's family continues to mourn his loss. The unfinished building where he was killed has become a grim reminder of what happened that day, forcing parents to look closer at their children's activities and online influences. For Ghana, it was a wake-up call, a haunting reminder that the price of greed can be devastating. This is African Murder O'Clock. Every week, we uncover chilling true crime stories from across Africa. Stories that shock, teach, and demand reflection. What do you think society can do to protect children from crimes like this? Leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video if you believe these stories need to be heard.